Hi, I'm Regina Verdico. I'm the founder of Sacred Movement at SpeakEasy, and it is a joy and a pleasure to be able to serve you through yoga and meditation and karate and dance and laughter yoga.
I wanted to ask you about a few questions.
It's through prayer and it's through examples that are provided in our community, in our conscious leadership. It's through being so committed to being conscious of other people's needs, and I think too a lot of it has to do with your experience. When you're not being cared for, when you're not caring for yourself, and you can turn that into a positive and provide from an awareness of what it feels like to not have that. One of the things that I've been aware of through Maiden Voyage is how all of me has been accepted in this space. Like, it's this wholeness, and it's being used in that place of care. And our teachers are giving so much, and I really want them to know how appreciated it is. And sometimes I don't even think that there are words to express the magnitude of gratitude and care to them, because I just know that they're just giving themselves. It's a very big awareness of care. And it's interesting because there is a responsibility and there's an over responsibility too. And so there's also like being in the consciousness that they are perfectly cared for by their source. And so even in that consciousness and that thinking, it doesn't become the responsibility of SpeakEasy to necessarily take it on, but it's just even in that thought, knowing that they're perfectly cared for, and leading with that thought first, and then being guided to the places where we can nurture and care them through our resources.
Woo, that feels good.
You have to return to the breath, the thought, the pace of peace, and then the guidance comes. Flexibility and willingness to let go of what it was supposed to be and letting it become what it's meant to be. The pace of peace comes up often in our meetings and when we're talking, because we all have such really great ideas and we want it to grow. And the ego will, want to really sometimes push forward in a way that feels very corporate-y and business-like. And I just don't want to exist there. And I want also to, SpeakEasy is an example of that everything's perfect. It's progress over perfection, which is actually a 12-step slogan when we're trying to figure things out and make things happen. That's when you're not doing it from the pace of peace. And when you let it unfold, it just things happen for you. There's just a gentleness, and your body. We're talking about sacred movement and the care of our bodies. That's when our bodies can really relax and be in the moment. So pace of peace is the one that I really lean into the most when I think about how we are growing and moving through our program. At the end of the day, I would sum conscious leadership up as love, and truly living by what the community is, bringing forward. And these values that we have in place, they're so flexible, and to use that and help leaders grow and create a safe place for people to move. To me, it's just all coming down to love and care. Remembering that everybody is connected to God, that God is their source, and that we are not their source. And that really brings it all, just brings the empowerment. It brings you out of that place where you have to do everything, and it just really expands the community. It was the love moving through me, like Holy Spirit will just move through me, and I'll just know that where to give. And I think about that movie Chocolat. And I know that I've said this before, but for her, she was in that movie, she would go to these different towns and create this chocolate shop, and she would just bring all this love through the chocolate. And when the north wind moved, she knew it was time for her to go. And that's what it is. It's a movement that comes through, and it's like, okay, Regina, this is where you're going to start. And you just listen and you just let your gift come through. And the chakra series just aligned with my heart. It was easy, and I got to give something that I loved. And you know, it just was like, okay, now it's time to move. We're going to grow this. And it's just listening to the movement that's coming through you that's bringing you joy. Like, I could cry about it, but it's not sad tears. It's like, I can't believe that I can be used this way, and that it's so simple. Like, to me, it's just like, you're just here to give and love. And that's what it feels like. That's where it came from. Just a movement from Holy Spirit and just listening to the nudge. I had no idea. I just have to say one more thing. You all have given me a place where I can like grow up and be the person that I am meant to be. And I feel just so many like happy tears that it's just like, holy shit, I get to be the person that I was meant to be and want to be. And I get to keep going and growing. So just, there are no words. Thank you. I hope you can feel it. It feels so big.
Yeah.
And by the way, I don't know if you can see this, but at the farmer's market, we were at a table, and there was only one necklace with Divine Mother on it. And Lisa bought it for me. It's my first little anything with Divine Mother on it, so that I can wear. I love it. She's beautiful. Yay! Okay, I want to jump through the phone and kiss and hug all of you. Yeah. Okay, I'm done. I'll take it away, Barbara. Thanks for asking these brilliant
Okay, well,
questions.
great.